Good morning from my street. Today I am going to the city center to run some errand, and I've ordered an Uber, the local village Uber that is going to take me on this journey. Here is my Uberman for today. We are going to run some errand and have a tour of the city as well. Just check out this, how luxurious this Uber is, and it also has a section where you can close the blinds and get some privacy, you know, some VIP service. So should I call this VIP Uber? From both ways. Can you imagine this genius of this man? Wow. It was his idea. Alright, so join me on this journey. He's about to close the blinds again. Alright, Uber. Let's get the show started. Don't go away. Oh, that is claustrophobic. Yeah. He has an American flag. The postal system down here is somewhere between ineffective and non-existent. I'm about to send a gift that I brought for a friend to his state. His family lives in a nearby state, in a different state. Instead of using the postal system, I'm going to use the drivers. I'm going to use the drivers who drive from my state to his state where his parents live. Give it to one of the drivers for safe delivery and perhaps pay them a little bit of money. This is what I'm going to do this morning, and as well show you some part of my city. Acho me send it. Webi. Okay. The first assignment of the day is done. Send a parcel through this bus and the bus driver and their chaos to Abia City. Abia City is about 3 hours drive on a normal traffic. On a bad day, it can be as long as 8 hours driving, and my Uber is here still waiting for me. Let's continue with the rest of the trip. Don't go away. Some 26 years ago, I was here as a pupil. Alright, I am here in my school where I studied some 26 years ago. To be honest, it looks even much better than it was some 26 years ago. My Uber guy has gone for a leak, and here is our Uber that has been taking us around for the last 1 hour. Yeah, this is what my school looks like. Let's see if we can get a glimpse of what inside looks like. I remember playing here in this square as a kid with all my mates. We played football, we played all sorts of games, all sorts of childhood games. This is my school. Doors are locked. My school was well known for well-behaved children. A lot has changed, obviously, but I still remember the feeling, the vibe. The size of the school is the same. There is a neighboring school down there. We had competitions, we had sporting events, competitions. We had academic competitions as well. We call them debates. Account details to pay your child's tuition. And of course, I'm filming this morning with a GoPro, a totally different camera from my choice of filming. I love the two-way camera, you know that already. So, shout out to all my friends. V Hoy, I don't know your full name, Mr. V. Shout out to all my friends, Richard Gamble, Powerman, and King, Steve Johnson, or Steve Johnsey, all the way from Ozzy. Thank you for all the support. H. Bena. Shout out to all my friends from Barbados, all my friends from the Caribbean, all my friends from the UK, United States. Comment below. Just let me know what you think. Let me know what more you would like to see. So this is my school. This is where I studied some 26 years ago. Back in my hometown, giving you a tour of my hometown. I've been around the world. Before I started filming, before I started vlogging, I've been here and there, a lot of places, but like I decided to take my camera to do this. And it got all sorts of inspirations from the man himself, Sir David Attenborough, and I got a lot of inspiration from Bruce Perry and a Ukrainian vlogger as well, travel vlogger and explorer. His name is Dmitry Komarov. I got a lot of inspiration from you. But actually the man who made me pick up my camera is none other than Mr. Bald. So Mr. Bald, this is my hometown. Shout out to all my friends, shout out to everyone who's been following my channel, supporting me in one way or the other. This is my hometown and this is my school. Let me know in comment section below what you think and what more you'd like to see. I remember my class was somewhere there. It was the nursery school, and this was the primary. And over there at the first window you see was my last class, was my final class. Was it upstairs? Yeah, it was upstairs. Sometimes you have crystal clear memories, sometimes you have golden memories, sometimes your memories fail you entirely. This school has been on vacation for at least the past 1 month, I would guess. Yep. Silence. No noise. Shh. I remember as kids we used to slide from all the way up down because this was much smoother, but you can't do this right now. And when we slid down from top to bottom, it destroys our shorts, it destroys your clothing. You get spanked by your parents because they know what you did. Right. Right, I remember this is the examination hall. The exam hall was left open. So Yeah, Catholic community down here. You have an idea of what our schools look like. And down there across is the high school. This is the primary school and high school over there. Totally different administration. But kids, youngsters who graduated from the primary school here went to the high school just across the gate. This, I remember, was the examination hall where all the pupils gathered to, take their exams. Wow, this is still being used. We use this to cut the grasses. Some sort of a mini machete to cut the grasses when we come back from vacations and everywhere is, bushy. We use this, all the pupils, bring them to school, volunteer, and sort of tie the school up. Yeah. Over here all around used to be bushy, especially during the long vacation, the June, July long vacation, we will have a lot of rain. So the rainfall feeds the grasses. They grow taller than even I myself, I remember. And the pupils, what they do, they voluntarily cut the grasses with those machete. Wow. These, I remember, the house you see in front of you used to be the staff quarters for some teachers in the high school over there. But I don't know if it's the same right now. Avocado tree, not sure it was here when I was a student. Or I was a pupil rather. But yeah, you can see the yard. This is a place for keeping cows. The cows are not bought, the cows are usually donated. Alright, same exam hall. I wish we can be lucky to see an empty class so I can show you what the classrooms look like. It feels the same. Going back in time, 26 years. It's been 26 years since I was here. And I got lucky. My Uber guy knows every nook and cranny of this village. He knows that the entrance in the front is usually locked, but the back entrance is usually open. So I got lucky this time. It's locked. But let's see if we can get a glimpse of the classrooms. Yeah, the classroom here is empty. I remember I was once in this class in primary 3 or so. And as you can see, the classrooms are empty. You know why? Classrooms are empty because the desk and the chairs belong to the students themselves. So they have the right to take them home. If you don't take them home, another person might. Yes. As sad as it is. I don't think I remember what we used here for, but it's the same way since I left this school. I studied here from nursery to primary 3. Then I moved to Lagos, finished my primary school education in Lagos until I eventually moved to a high school, finished high school and moved away from Nigeria. So this is my school. Don't go away. Let's see what more we can explore this morning. Stay tuned. I remember we used to play here as kids. The seesaw is non-existent, but I remember that metal bar over there. Kids who are claustrophobic usually get stuck and they start crying. I remember if your classroom was the closest, then you have more advantage to ride on the seesaw and on the swings. But if your classroom is somewhere upstairs, before you can get downstairs, your mates are already piled up there. Wow. Wow. This is the convent where the nuns stayed at the time. I'm not sure if they're still here, but I remember the architecture is the same, and it was built during the missionary days. Can't tell you the year, but it's been a while, at least nothing less than 100 years ago. I remember there was a pear tree down there, but maybe it's been removed due to one reason or the other. My hometown, my school. Let me know what you think. A seal. Almost all the animals you see here are non-existent in this part of the world, except for maybe the crab and maybe the blue whale in the Atlantic Ocean, because Nigeria sits somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean in the west coast and in the south coast. I'm in the southeast, landlocked, no rivers, no oceans. All right, stay tuned. Let's keep exploring. Don't go away. That was it. Done with the tour of my school. Let's see what more we can explore this morning before I go home. Stay tuned. Make sure you don't go away. Let me know in comment section below. I'll be here. Okay, that way is locked. I'll be here for 2 more weeks, so I have nothing but vacation and vlogging for you. So let me know what specific you would like to see. Ahoy, I remember your request. I'll be there either tomorrow or next. Luckily, if I'm lucky, I can get a glimpse of the elders having a meeting. Then your request will be fulfilled. If not, we'll wait for next time. Don't go away. Right, Powerman. This was the emblem you talked about. Over here is the crown adorned with cowries. Cowries was the currency back then. And here are bull horns signifying strength. And the crown signifies royalty. Right, let's go back to history. This was the dressing of the chiefs back then. The dressing of the chiefs. You can see the chiefs and a villager pouring wine for the chiefs. And the chiefs usually go with a bag filled with kola nuts and all sort of items. And you can see his necklace made out of what I don't know, but usually local materials. And a bit of a reminder here that my people never suffered this inhumane act, but this is just like a reminder that such a thing happened down here. And over here is the emblem of Nigeria, signifying the country or representing the country. And of course, more cultural display showing you ancestors, how they're dressed, and some cultural display. And over here is Father Abraham, signifying Christianity down here in the village. I've got an exclusive permission to film inside this house. We call it Obi. Obi is like a palace where the king, morning sir, where the king and the chiefs have the meeting on how to run the village, or how to run the community or the town. I'm just giving you a 360 view of our Obi. So Obi, translated into Igbo or English, is palace. The king is inside this Obi right now, but he is not dressed. However, he promised in a few days to give me an exclusive tour. The exclusive tour he's going to give me will consist of the chiefs, and he's going to tell me what is what. There are a lot of pictures and a lot of descriptions that he's going to explain to us. So just bear with me a few more days, you get that information. So let's see what inside Obi looks like. Stay tuned, don't go away. The chiefs sit over here. This is the old throne, one for the king, one for the wife over there, and one for the head chief. The king is having a brief meeting and he is not dressed, so I beg you once more to bear with me a few more days until I give you an exclusive tour, a proper tour of the Obi or the palace, to show you what inside looks like and a better description of our Obi. Alright, so don't go away, stay tuned. You just saw what the Obi looks like, or the palace. Now it's time to go home. Going to my family house, my parents' house. But I opted for the bush path. I didn't want us to use the main road because it's not interesting for me. I wanted to show you the bush path of Northern Africa. I love the countryside. I always try to see the countryside of the countries I visit. So this is my own countryside. This is Northern Africa. Nothing as chaotic or as bumpy or bumpier than this ride this morning, deep in the countryside of my own hometown, in my village Uba. The Uba guy is a friend of my cousin, and he has a bit of advantage. He knows everywhere, he knows every nook and cranny of the village. Construction site down there. almost home, and this video is getting towards to an end. I'll be here for 2 more weeks, so the ball is on you. Let me know what more you'd like to see while I'm here. This is the way to my street. Yeah, back to my family home, back to my street. This is my family home. Driver, this is the man who took us around. All right, go. Hey, name change. Was it crazy? All right, Ngwan. All right, see you when I see you. That's the end. That brings us to the end of this Uber trip this morning. Make sure you like this video, share it, and subscribe. See you when I see you. Peace.